Hi, everybody. I'm Stephanie Jordan. You guys can call me Chef Steph if you want, and I'm the local food program manager at Sustainable Solano. We are a nonprofit here in Solano County, and as you can see, I'm also a trained chef, and I have with me today a helper named Adrian. He's 7. So we're really happy to have you with us today. This is our hands-on kids cooking class called Healthy Seasonal Snacks, I think is what we called it. Yeah, sounds good. Okay. And so this is one of several classes that we're doing over the next year or so. And it's designed to raise awareness of what is called specialty crops. So what the heck are specialty crops? I want a little, if you could do a raised hand or something. How many of you guys, or put it in the chat, how many of you guys have been to a farmer's market? Somewhere, anywhere. Yep, I see some hands. Okay, so when you go to the farmer's market, you see a lot of fruits and veggies, right? And maybe even some nuts and some olive oil. Sometimes you see honey there. And so all of those things are what are specialty crops. It's fruit, vegetables, nuts, herbs are also in that category, and things like honey. So that's what we're working with a lot today. And all of these things are also grown by a lot of our farmers right here in Solano County. So if you live in the county, that's awesome. You can go find these things at some farmers markets, or if you are a member of a CSA, which is called Community Supported Agriculture, you get those things in maybe your CSA box. So, all right, we are gonna just go ahead and get started. And as you guys know, we're doing 3 recipes today. So I think you guys should all have your recipes. If not, maybe let us know, send a chat to Allison. But I sent out emails in advance and hopefully you guys all have them. So the first one that we're going to do is the sweet and spicy nuts, okay? The sweet and crunchy cinnamon spice nuts. So we need an egg white. Here's my little tray with those ingredients. So let's just find all of our stuff right now. We've got our egg, we have a little bit of water, we've got some salt, and then we have 1 pound of nuts. And it can be any kind of nut that you like. Today, Adrian and I are going to do cashews. So I've got 2 bags of these, which are ½ a pound each. That makes our 1 pound. We're going to add a little bit of sugar, and then we have cinnamon, ginger, and coriander, which are spices, ground up spices, and they all look like this. Yep. All right. So there's that. All right. So step 1, I want to make sure you guys have your ovens turned on to 300 degrees. And so maybe just let us know once your ovens are on. You're gonna go check the oven? No? Okay. We'll see you back in a second. So we should have oven on at 300. And then the other thing that we need to have is a sheet pan, sometimes called a cookie sheet, with parchment paper on it. And so here is that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna spray the parchment paper with just a little bit of cooking spray. So if you guys want to get that out, I'm going to give our spray a shake. Okay, there you go. I want to spray just a little bit. Do a little spray. And then, all right, that's good. A couple more squirts. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to spread this oil kind of around. So it's going to get a little messy. So here you go. Go ahead. You're going to help. We're going to spread the oil over our parchment paper. This is just to make sure it doesn't stick too much. Okay, just a little thin coating. All right, so there's that. And then you guys might want to have a little towel on hand. Oh, go wash your hands, okay? Or you can just wipe it off. So we've got our pan ready to go. Next, we are going to get our little egg white mixture ready. So next thing, we're going to separate the egg white from the yolk, and we're going to put that in a bowl. I think we'll use this bowl for right now. Okay, so separating our egg, that means we got to take the yolk and the white apart, okay? So I always think it's helpful to have an extra little bowl here to put the yolk in, and, or actually I'm going to drain the white. I'm going to just use my hands. Some people have egg separators. I used to have one. I don't know where it is anymore. So we're going to crack the egg into my hand, and I'm going to kind of let the white strain out into my large bowl. And I'm going to plop the yolk into this small bowl, and we'll scramble it up later for a snack or something. Okay, here, do you want to crack the egg? I want you to do it over here. Whoop. Excellent. That was a good crack. Now you've got to help pull the, there we go. Hold on, there goes my egg white. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, pull it through. You get it? It does feel blobby. Feels weird. Feels slimy. Ah. Okay. All right, we did it. So there's, can you grab an extra bowl over there for our little garbage bowl? That'll work, the blue one. Yep. We're gonna have a third bowl here for like scraps. Okay, so now I've got the yolk. I'm gonna put this in that bowl. Okay. Nope, we don't need to do anything with that right now. So now we just need to go rinse our hands. Okay. All right, you guys might need to wash your hands too. Okay. Okay, that might be one of our messiest tasks that we do here. I see we spilled. We're gonna get the egg white off the counter there. All right, throw that in there. Okay, so now you should have an egg white in a bowl, and the yolk we'll set aside for another use. And then we're going to put the water and the salt in with our egg white. So we have 1 tablespoon of water. I went ahead and measured mine out. I have a little tiny measuring cup that looks like this, or you can just use a tablespoon, which is like a normal measuring spoon, to measure your water as well, which would look like that. So either way is fine. So in goes our water. You can pour that in. And then we need to add some salt, and we need to do 1 teaspoon of salt. So here you go. And then we need to whisk. Okay, so Adrian's leveling off the salt in the teaspoon. Yep, that looks good. Throw that in there. Okay, so now we have a whisk. They look like this. Can't really see much with my, there's my whisk. So I'm gonna mix that up. Okay, we're gonna stir it all up until it's combined. Okay, good. I'm gonna whisk it a lot. You can make a lot of noise doing this. So it's getting a little bit foamy, and that's okay too. Okay. So now we have egg white, water, and salt. So now we add our nuts, and we're going to add the nuts to our bowl with the egg white. If I can get the nut thing open. You work on that one, I'll work on this one. Let's see if we can get something open. And that one, I think this one I just need to use a knife. Here. Oh, you're close. Oh, you got it. Excellent. Okay, in go the nuts. Yep. All right, then, okay. Now we're going to stir the nuts around until they're all wet with our mixture. So Adrian's kind of stirring. Sometimes it helps to kind of fold. You're going to scoop the nuts and put them up on the top, put the wet ones up to the top. Yeah, like that. You're going to scoop and kind of fold them over. And once all of your nuts are wet, then we're going to move on to the next step, which is we're going to put it in a colander and let all the extra liquid drain off. And so when we do this, we want to make sure we have another bowl. We go through lots of bowls around here. Another bowl underneath to catch all the extra wet liquid. Okay, so everybody has their nuts stirred. Everything should be wet. Now we're going to dump it into the colander, which is set over the bowl. Okay, and we're going to let these drain. So just leave it on the bowl. Yep, let it sit right there. We're going to let this sit while we measure out our the spices that are going to go in here. So the spices are going to go in another giant bowl. Okay, so we have sugar, cinnamon, ginger, and coriander. All right, so a half a cup of sugar. Let me find my sugar, just right here. Okay, half a cup. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna tilt it. The full half cup. Yep. These are sweet nuts. That's good enough. We don't have to use the leveler. This is not exact baking today. Okay, half a cup of sugar into the next bowl. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Let's see, oh, it's in with the salt. Here we are. Okay, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Our cinnamon is in this jar. I'm going to set this here. You can measure there. Okay. If you want to use your hands to level, that's fine. You can use like a butter knife to level, or you can just get a leveling tool. That works also. Okay, there's the first tablespoon. We need 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, so do 1 more. All right, excellent. High-tech leveling going on here. All right, there we go. Cinnamon is in. Now we need 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. So let's find. Okay, here's the ginger. 1 teaspoon of ginger. You guys all with me here? Let me know if you need us to slow down at all. Yep, that. Will it fit? Yes. Pull it straight out. Keep going, keep going. Okay. That looks like a lot. I think I packed it in by accident here. Okay, there. Let's do that. All right, ginger, and then hang on to your teaspoon. We have 1 more thing to measure. 1 teaspoon ground coriander. Coriander is actually from the cilantro plant. It's the seeds that are all ground up after they're dried. Get it? Let me tilt it down. It's kind of full. All right, excellent. Okay, so we have all of our spices and our sugar in here. So I'm going to give you a spatula just to stir that around. We're going to mix that around until it's all combined. And then we're going to add our drained nuts to our spice mixture here and then mix that around. So that's our next step. So let me stick this stuff over here. I'm going to keep all this measuring stuff here. Okay, how you doing? Are you mixed? We're mixed. Okay, good. So now our drained nuts are going to go into our spices. So here's our nuts that have been draining. I'm going to give them a little shake just to get any extra liquid out. Oh, was that a sneeze? Good job. All right, here they go. Nuts going in. Whoops, a couple extras. Okay, then you can use this spatula here to mix it. Yep. There's a lot of, you need a bigger what? I need a bigger spatula, a bigger stirring thing. Okay, hold on. Here's what you were using before. That'll work. All right. So that looks pretty good. We're getting there. So you want to make sure that your nuts are all covered with all the spices and the sugar mixture. Okay, let's show what it looks like so far. You're about halfway done with stirring. Nice there. Okay. Keep mixing, mix, mix, mix. All right, now remember the pan that we got ready at the beginning? Here's our pan with the parchment and the oil. Let me give this one quick, let me just make sure I've got all the sugar attached to the nuts. Sometimes, you know, this helps if I tilt the bowl and then kind of dig in here on the bottom. Okay, that looks good. There we go. Dump it. Now we need to spread it around. So you want to take the spoon. Good. Spread that around. Sometimes you can kind of do this and it kind of helps move it. We want this to be out in a single layer on your pan. Okay, hold on. Whoop. Don't shake too much and they're gonna fall off. No, the parchment might move too. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna help you spread them around. Okay, that's enough of the shaking. Okay, that looks good. So we should have an even layer on our pan. And then this goes into the oven, and hopefully by the end of class, they will be ready to try. So again, our oven's at 300. We're gonna put this in. I'll do this part. All right, and then we're gonna set a timer for, let's do 40 minutes. Actually, I'm gonna do 35 and we'll check it after 35 and just see how they're doing. Is that 35? Start. Okay. Okay, let me rinse this off. Okay, one down, two to go. Did everybody get their nuts into the oven? Can't see anybody's faces there. You guys go? I see a thumbs up. Awesome. Okay.
More thumbs up.
More thumbs ups. Great. Okay. Next recipe is our hummus. So if you guys want to find your hummus recipe, for this, we need the food processor. So, oh, this is super heavy. Got it? All right, here comes the food processor. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. We make hummus a lot, don't we, Adrian? Yeah, we do. All right, let me get this thing set up here. Make sure everything's, make sure it's working. It's kind of on its last lap. Oh, good. We have power. Okay, it's always good. Okay, so we're just gonna do our garlic first. There's a really nice little trick that I like to do with the garlic to get it chopped up easily in the food processor. So I'm gonna get our tray with our hummus. All right, here's our hummus ingredients. Hold on, let me set this over here so people can see it. I'm gonna hand you things, don't worry. Here, let's move this toward me. And this here. Okay. All right, first thing is the garlic. So we have our garlic cloves, and you can use a chef knife or you can use something flat like this. You can also use a cup, so just for fun. We have a glass that we can use, and we smash the garlic. Yep, smash it. Not too much. It's flattened. So then I cut off the root part, and all this is going to do is release the little papery bit. So we want to take the papery shells off of our garlic cloves. You can use one clove or two. Up to you. Here's our garbage bowl. Okay. Oh, yeah. Remember that knife? I just sharpened it. Super sharp. Okay. So if you like your hummus really garlicky, you can put in 2 cloves. If you just want, you know, kind of mild garlic, just do 1. These cloves that I have are pretty tiny. No, it's just a spot. We'll cut that off. Okay. I feel like that doesn't look like very much garlic. Hold on, there's one more here. Yep, 3. We're gonna do 3. Okay, get that off. Yep, that one popped right off, almost. It's sticky though, you might have to rinse your hands. Okay, there it is. Oh, now hold on, not yet. So here's the trick that we like to do. I'll wait till Adrian gets his hands rinsed. What we do is we're going to turn this on and drop the garlic in while it's running, and it'll just mince it up really evenly and nice. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to turn it on. You're going to drop it in. Okay. There it is. It just kind of flung those little bits of garlic all over the side. Okay. All right. Now we start putting other things inside here. So we have beans, which we need to drain. So I'm gonna, I don't know if you can do that. Maybe, I don't know. So we need another colander or some kind of strainer thing. Yeah, I don't think I got it on there. Hold on. Well, it's going, but I don't know if it's actually cutting anything. All right, so you guys want to If you have homemade beans, that's awesome. Otherwise, you're going to use 2 cans of garbanzo beans, otherwise known as chickpeas. And so these beans are a really good source of protein and fiber also. Oh, there, I think we got it. Okay, now hold on. Release. Mm-hmm. Yep. There we go. Okay. All right. So we got the first can here. I'm gonna put it in the drainer. You know what? Let's skip that. This was the bowl that had our spices in it. We'll just drain it right into there. Get this out of the way. There we go. Now you can turn it. Okay. Okay, and then the other ingredient that goes in here is tahini, which is sesame seed paste. So it's made out of sesame seeds. Sesame street seeds? Sesame seed street? I don't know. Whatever. That pop open?
Yeah, it popped too.
Okay. All right. That's good. It doesn't have to come all the way off. Can you let me? There we go. Okay, so we just drained our beans, and now I'm going to give them a little rinse over here at the sink. Okay, so you guys should have your beans. What do we do with the beans, Adrian?
We put them in there.
We put them in here. So all your beans go into the food processor with your garlic. Okay, next is tahini.
Is this the right measuring cup?
Yeah. So let's look here. You know what? Olive oil is next on our list. So let's follow our list. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And for this, let's just use our regular spoon.
While you're doing that,
I got to stir that. So just hold on. Yeah, hold on. Why don't you pour this? So 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're using kind of a nice quality olive oil because we're not cooking this. Okay, here you go. A little more, it's okay. Okay, there's 1. Good job. And number 2. All right. Okay, so you guys should have 3 things in your food processor: the garlic, the chickpeas, and the olive oil. All right. Are we good? Everybody's good. See if we get a thumbs up or 2 out there. Well, I know you're probably busy. All right. So
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs ups. Okay. So the tahini is sometimes kind of thick. So we got to mix it up before we measure it, because what happens is that the solid part starts to settle and it separates from the oil in the seeds. So Adrian's mixing. And then you also want to find your 1/3 cup measuring cup. Okay. So, all right, that looks good. So now let's pour it in here. Or actually, I'm going to help you pour. I'm going to kind of shovel it into there. Ellen. All right. So here's 1/3. And if it's kind of a heaping 1/3 cup, that's okay too. Okay. All right. Here you go. Dump that in. All right, let's scrape all of that out. Might need a little spatula for this. I'm just going to use the knife. We have a little butter knife here. Okay. If you really like tahini and want to add up to a tablespoon more, you can, but we're going to call it a day right there. All right, so what's next? After the tahini. Oh, salt. Okay, 1 teaspoon of salt. So the same thing we just used on those spices. It might seem like a lot, but the beans are pretty plain and we drained them, so we need to re-add some salt. Okay. Now we have paprika. I usually just do a tiny little shake, or if you have it where you want to do a pinch, that's kind of what you're doing. It literally is just like a little pinch between your fingers and then put it in. So you're going to do a little shake. Okay, that's good. Yep, a tiny shake is good. Okay, we're almost done. We need half a cup of water, which is, we already have it measured out in a liquid measuring cup. So, and again, this is not exact. So if you want to use just a dry measuring cup, which are the ones that look like this, you can do that too. But we've got our liquid here. So the half a cup of water that can go in. Okay. I'm just going to give this a quick little spin. It's not done yet. We got to add some lemon juice, but I'm going to do just a quick little buzz to get the water. There we go. That's good. That's good. Okay. Last but not least, we need 3 tablespoons of lemon juice.
What about the carrots?
Carrots are for you to taste it, see how it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for the lemon, we're just going to use a hand juicer. Measure that out. Okay. And you're going to measure into here for 3 tablespoons. Or again, you can use your little spoon like this. You know where 3 is on the measuring cup? Yep, right there. Okay. Let's see. It looks like we need the next half. Looks like it's in there. Good. Good. These are juicy lemons. Okay. All right. That looks good. 3 tablespoons. Here, let's do that right here. We might need this for later, so. Okay. So now in goes the lemon juice. Do you want me to do it? You can pour it in or you can start it and pour. Want me to start it and pour?
Yeah.
Okay, it's more exciting. Okay, it looks kind of creamy, but we're gonna mix more and make it even creamier. Go. Okay, I think everything's in there. It looks like we need to scrape down the sides though, because some of the tahini kind of went on to the edges there. So I'm gonna do a little cleanup job here. And we'll spin it one last time. Okay. Now somebody has to taste it. So we have a couple of carrots here.
Carrots are the best to taste.
Carrots are the best to taste. Okay, try some. Tell me if you think it needs salt or anything. Is it good? Okay, good. So you do get a snack. Okay, so there's our hummus. So once you're done with the hummus, you want to keep this in the fridge. And you can eat it within about, I'd say 5 to 6 days, but it'll keep for a while and you'll have snacks for a few days. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to stick this whole thing in the fridge and we'll deal with it later. Last but not least is our smoothie. Okay, hold on a second here, Adrian. I'm gonna clear some things away. All right, you guys might need to clear your space a little bit too. So we're done with the food processor. Let's see what else we're done with here. We're done with the paprika. We're done with the tahini. Done with this tray. Yeah, done with this rearranging. What's next? Hold it with 2 hands. Got it? Okay. All right, let's keep our measuring cups and things here just in case. I don't think we need this. This. Okay. All right, here comes our next tray of goodies. for the smoothie. So let's get that out. Okay, so first we need to juice some oranges. You done with the hummus for now? I'll set it over here. You can have it later. All right, so we have one of these juicer things, or you can do it by hand, or you can cheat and open up a carton of orange juice. But right now there are oranges everywhere on the trees, and so we are going to do some orange juice. So let me get this thing set up, and what you want to make sure is that you have your measuring cup underneath it, otherwise you're going to have orange juice all over your counter. So we just need a cup for this one. Whoop. You know what? This just had water in it. Let's use this one, not dirty another thing. Okay, so first we have to cut our oranges in half. So do you want to? So just be really careful when you're cutting oranges because they're very roly-poly. So what you want to do is maybe stick your knife here on top and then grab on the outside and then go through. Okay, so do you want to put your hand like I had with your thumb and finger? Yeah. Okay, there you go. And saw back and forth. Let the knife do its job. Okay, there you go. If it's not fully apart, yeah, just tear it apart. Very good. So let's, hold on. I'm thinking let's put our orange halves in a bowl. Let's just get a bunch of halves ready. Yeah, okay. Here's the next one. Okay, remember how you, whoop, roly-poly orange? There you go. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you're good. Okay. Put those there. Let's do one more. That's kind of a big one. I'm going to put my hand around it like this, and you saw. Go. Watch your thumb. Okay. All right. You guys might need a grown-up to help with this. Okay, we got that one. Okay, so we're going to start juicing. It won't go any closer to you. You want to come over where I am? Yeah. Okay. There we go. What do we have there? Not much. Okay, we're going to need a bigger trash bowl. Yep. Okay, let's use this.
Mommy, shut the whole thing.
All right.
In the cup. No, so
That's okay. Okay, so this one, is that one done? Oh yeah, that's done. Let's go into the next half.
Wait, this is.
Yep, yep, that's now our trash bowl. I'm gonna help hold this thing down. Put it down. Okay, good. Yep. Let me see if I can get one more on that one. Okay, good. Next. Movement.
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, throw that one away. You know what? So now what happens is I sometimes have to clean out the pulp. Whoop. Oh, you're gonna do this. Okay. That helps. Yep, it helps.
There's literally no more pulp left.
Okay, so we are halfway there. We have half a cup. We need 1 cup. So let's do more.
Wait, Mommy, you just need a minute there? No!
We're juicing.
You can just do this. Wait, Mommy, don't pull it. So that doesn't do it.
This is it. Okay, that's good. You might need another orange.
Yeah.
Whoa. Something
No,
happened.
then you will like that's
Okay, let's not do that. Okay. I won't push there. I see.
Yeah.
We're almost there. Okay. We're at 3/4 of a cup. We need 1 more 1/4 of a cup. So I'm gonna.
So that we have 1 cup.
So that we have 1 cup exactly. Yeah, 1 cup.
Wait, we have.
I know. We're gonna need more. Okay. try and get that one. Okay, so close, so close. This one here. A little harder. And once you do the speedy things.
And I think
Okay, finally, let's give it the last little whirl here. It'll okay. Done. We're done. We're gonna move on. Okay. All right, there it is. 1 cup of freshly squeezed orange juice.
Mommy, it's past 1 cup.
That's okay. That's okay. No big deal. Okay, so let's keep that over here. All right, what is next? Let me move this thing out of the way.
Wait, where's the?
Okay, this is our garbage.
Oh wait.
This we're done. So now we need some honey. So let's start putting everything in the blender. Let me move this. Everybody get out your blenders. We're gonna move juicers out of the way.
Not heavy.
Blender time.
I think the food processor was heavier
Yes, I think it was.
than that. This is super.
Okay, now. Okay, so as we're going, we're just going to measure everything into the blender and hit start, and then we're good to go. All right, so orange juice goes in. We're not starting it yet. So can you put the orange juice in the blender? Okay, then we need a couple tablespoons of honey. There's a little trick that we're going to do with the honey to make it slide off the spoon. So I'm going to get just a tiny bit of oil, and I'm going to rub it onto the inside of the teaspoon, or sorry, the tablespoon. I'm just going to do a little thin coating. Okay, right there. Okay, now you're going to pour. Let's do it over a measuring cup.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. Now, as soon as it starts to pour, you want to lift it up.
No.
Okay, and then look. It goes. And you see how it's coming off the spoon?
Yeah, quicker than
A little quicker than usual. Mm-hmm. You want to use a spatula? Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's fill it up again.
Wait, there's 2?
2, yep, 2 tablespoons of honey, I think. Yep, that's what I wrote. Okay, you take care of that. I'll take care of this. Yum, tasty honey. Okay, everybody with us okay out there?
Can I like this?
Can you lick that?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Like that. All right, now we're going to add just a little bit of lemon juice or grapefruit juice. And so we have that lemon.
This is rather.
Yeah, that's right. Just a tiny bit, and it's up to you guys how sweet or sour you want it. But even though we've added something sweet, it's kind of good to add just a little extra of something sour. So I'm just going to do a little squeeze like this. I'm going to put my hand here in case it squeeze them out. But okay, there, just a little. About a teaspoon of lemon juice from that lemon. Let's wait and not lick that one because you might need it to scoop out. Okay, now we're going to put in a banana, and we decided to use a frozen banana. So frozen bananas are optional. You can use a fresh banana, or you can do the frozen. If you guys want to freeze it sometime, you take the peel off, and then you just put the banana itself in like a Ziploc baggie or something and put it in the freezer. And so they're actually not hard as rock. I can actually break the frozen banana apart. So it's going to just make it a little bit frosty for us today. Yep, drop it in. Okay, there's our banana, or you can put in your fresh banana. All right, then we're not starting this yet. We need 1/3 of a cup of plain yogurt. So here's our measuring cup. Okay, let's get a spoon for that. Okay, you know what? This yogurt is kind of soupy, so I'm just gonna pour. Okay, so you ready? Okay, can you hold your cup kind of like that? Okay, that's good. All right, that goes into the blender. Scoop it up a little bit there. And for those of you who use the fresh banana, if you want to throw in an ice cube just to make it a little frosty, you can do that too. I don't think everything's in there yet. Hold on. We have one more thing, which is a pinch of cinnamon.
Oh yeah.
So,
Cinnamon's on the.
you want to go get it? You're going to need your cinnamon back, which is what you use for your nuts. I think it's on the tray over there.
Right, I already got this.
I got the other one. Oh yeah. Okay, so just a little pinch or a little shake. Not too much, just a little tiny bit, just to add a little something extra there. You can also put in a little bit of ground ginger if you guys like ginger. Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, I don't know, that's good. So orange and cinnamon go really well together, I think. Okay, so now
Put the lid on.
put the lid on, don't forget the lid, and we blend. So on, and then just start hitting some of those numbers. You can start at 2. Mix, whatever.
No, it's smoothie.
Oh yeah, we have a smoothie function. Okay. I think it's next.
No. The time, Mama.
Okay.
You can tell when it's.
Well, I know. Let's check it. This doesn't take very long. Okay. All right, this is quick. All right, and you get a cup so you can taste here. You know what? Use this one. This was what you're mashing the garlic with, but you didn't. The inside is good. Okay, here you go. Taste, see how that is. What?
Delicious.
Say that louder.
Delicious.
Oh, good. Phew. We did it. Okay. So yeah, this is the season for oranges and citrus. It has lots of vitamin C.
Oh my gosh, there's a seed.
A seed? Oh, did we get a lemon seed or something there? Or an orange seed
I
or
tasted
something?
something
Oh, could be. Maybe it's a piece of banana. Who knows?
more.
I don't know. Okay,
Mysterious.
cool. All right, we did it. All under an hour. Amazing. So do you guys have any questions about any of this? If you guys want to put any questions in the chat, then Allison can read them, or we can figure out how to unmute you and then you can ask directly, whatever you want to do. Also, I do want to mention, if there's grown-ups out there with you guys, we do have a survey, and Allison is going to post the survey in the chat. And so it's super, super helpful for us to get survey results. It helps us in our reports back to our funders, and it helps us be able to do more of these classes when we have those survey results too. So please, please, please fill out the survey. It's only about 5 or 6 questions. Also in the survey is a space for you to put in other things you might like to learn. So by all means, we're open to suggestions. As long as it's kind of a plant-based, you know, heavy on the fruits, veggies, and nuts, then I'm happy to figure something out and put it together. So I think, any questions, Allison, along the way? People were probably busy.
One question in the chat about the garbanzo bean juice. If you have a recommendation for using, I guess, whatever's coming in the can with those garbanzo beans.
Yes. Yes. You know, what I was learning about, I think it was in December, if you have a recipe that is a vegan recipe, or if you want to make a recipe vegan that calls for eggs, you can use the bean juice in place of egg white, or I don't know about yolk. Well, no, I think so. I think there's a conversion, and I forget what it is, but It's there's a name for the garbanzo bean water or juice, aqua something. I can't remember what it is, but you can use it as a substitute for vegan recipes. And I think that information is fairly available on the web. So that would be one thing you could use it for that I would recommend.
Yeah, Elaine from the group is saying aquafaba.
Yes, that's it. Thank you. Yep. And I believe that chickpeas or garbanzo beans are kind of one of the best beans for that use, for that application on the water, as opposed to other beans. But it's possible that I think you can also, you know, if you don't have garbanzos on hand, you could use other bean water too. So, all right.
Yeah. There was one comment saying that if you're using the salted beans, it might be too salty.
Yeah, good point. You know what we got to do is check our nuts. I just remembered, Joe. Let's see how much time we have. About 4 minutes left on our nuts. Let's check them now and see how they're doing.
I forgot all about the nuts.
You forgot all about the nuts. Yeah, I think they need to be a little darker. They're getting there. They're very hot, but I'm not noticing that our nuts have a toasted look. They still look a little bit white. These are the cashews that we used. So I'm going to stick them back in. They're getting there in spots, but we need to, I'm going to turn my pan too. Okay, so I think probably in about 5 or 10 minutes, our nuts will be done over here. So hopefully yours will too. Then you can enjoy some snacks. So, all right, any other questions, Allison?
That is it for the questions at this time.
Okay, great. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Again, don't forget the survey, and you can check out more classes on sustainablesolano.org, and hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. Okay, bye.